I think it's more that unexpected stuff that I expected, but no one else.
Head work. I would have taken the head completely apart, just like I did the block.
I thought that you need to have again. You know me. I stayed away from you guys. I thought when I came here, to be honest with you, I thought that engine was taken apart already. I thought things were cleaned up, that we were ready to start. It was organized. The moment I came in, we couldn't even walk in this place. I already knew there was like 2 hours right there of just trying to prepare. I'm like, shit. Then it was cold, and that was a personal shock.
You didn't want to be here in the cold.
I didn't want to be in the cold. I fucking hate the cold.
We're live, by the way.
Luckily, it has gotten better.
We're live. It's okay. I like capturing the natural stuff, dude.
You're pushing it on my face now.
He's caught red-handed.
Nah, that's fine. But
No, I do it.
and then the rest was just you mentioned it already. That to you, but it's just like how did we not know that stuff was leaking? And
Yeah.
Hey, so
And
it is
you know what it is, Jose? When I messaged you, like, how long is this really going to take us?
Mm-hmm.
And you said a week.
Yeah.
In my brain, I'm thinking, Jose's going to stay here for a full week. Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Mhm.
Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And leave on Monday.
Yeah.
But you didn't have that much time.
No,
Maybe you were, I don't know if you were either over-promising or joking.
I was serious. I mean, when they started on Wednesday to Sunday,
But that's not
I
a week.
knew based on. Well, when I said week, it was counting time to have fun.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, when was the last time I came here and I only worked? If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, and I always try to leave room for that extra.
Yeah.
And that's what the 1 week was. But you already know my life. It's pretty busy, it's hectic.
Yeah, like
So I
honestly,
really don't have a week to give away
Like-
something like this without any repercussions.
when I saw you go away into like house to deal with customers for 4 hours, maybe more, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, crap. Yeah.
That was short.
I was like, this dude doesn't really have time to do this kind of stuff anymore.
Mm-mm.
And don't get me wrong.
And I'm still not done.
I know.
I'm still not done.
I know you've been this busy. I wasn't sure if you were at the point where you could say, hey,
No.
I'll get to you when I get to you.
For 2 years now, I have no time to do that. I cannot. I just cannot afford it.
Yeah.
And the company has grown big enough that it's like you say, oh, let me close the parts store today for 2 days.
Yeah.
For 3 days straight, right? Everybody around that neighborhood is gonna drive you nuts.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of people worldwide that needs to be responded to. Hey, Nathan. Just let me have you talk to him. Hold on.
Yo, what's up? Okay. Yeah, bye. Okay. Thanks, man. Bye. He's like, it's $200.
Yeah, he's not used to that.
Buy it. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, just say,
Do people know online what's going on?
they don't. I'm still letting people come in.
How many are there?
So far, man, I must be really loud. So far we have Hans. He's on. He's chilling. Who else is here? Why can't I tell how many people are here?
We got power.
It's just Hans, dude. I wish you were here, man. It's been a tough day. We thought we were gonna start the car at noon. But that didn't happen, dude. Yeah. Ghost. the territory of trying to do a million things in 4 days. Torque 3,000 bolts and make sure they're all in place. So right now, actually, I'm going to text Jeff and see if he email Jeff and see if he replies. Actually, we are buying one now.
It'd
Da-da-da-da.
be funny if a local person knows you, like, oh yeah, I can drive by and drop one.
Started now. That would be cool, and I wouldn't be surprised if we put it out there.
Yeah.
People will do that kind of stuff.
Good old days.
Like here's my AF sensor. You could have it. I'm not driving my car for a week.
Yeah. That's why Nathan was there. He was parked, waiting to find it for real.
Yeah, maybe.
That was smart. That's what he just said.
Okay, yeah, it happens. I've been through it before. Seems like the last 5% takes the longest. Yeah, so it does. But you know, this is like where I think we're beyond tired at this point. It's not tired anymore.
I don't think it's tired. I think we're just, we're excited because we want it to be done and we want to be driving it by now.
Yeah.
Which, man, we had a good rest. I mean, I did. I feel like I had a good night's sleep rest last night.
I did too.
Yeah.
You know, we went to bed late, but I still slept really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the extra hour with the time change. That was great.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the color was green that we used. Okay. Green.
Told you it was green. So Hans, right now we're wiring up the decoder box. Well, Jose's wiring up the decoder box for Nathan to finish up. Nathan's not here right now. I felt like he needed a break.
Yes.
He's been in the garage
nonstop,
and you know we have weaker bladders, so we're like, oh, let's go to the bathroom for a little while. He hasn't even done that.
That's true. Today he hasn't.
He has not left the garage. I went to buy parts in the morning. You went to buy us some wires in the afternoon, and he's just been only dedicated to working on the car, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, he's not here, so like we could either talk shit about him or say the truth.
And he kept a good spirit.
Yeah, he didn't like
that surprised me a lot. As much stress as that was, because he saw falling on him in a way.
Because he is hugely invested in this car and in Hans's car. Like any car he touches, he's just like, "Oh, I did that." You know, he puts part of himself in it.
At one point, he was even talking about how he, when a car is there, how he feels. It's like his own car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he treats the cars like it's his own car. He hasn't left, and so we gave him a break, but he deserves a lot of praise for the work he does and for the dedication and the way he does it. The last startup didn't go very well, and for me, the nerves were up all day. But they're always at their peak when it's like, let's start the engine, right?
What causes your nerves to be at the peak?
I don't know. I'd have to see a doctor.
I mean, is it the excitement of the?
It's the excitement
of the project, the adrenaline of wow, this is mine. I finally get to drive it. Or wait, I waited 3 months to drive it. Or
it's the excitement. There is a fear of failure. It isn't like major. If things fail, when they do fail, I'm like, all right, well, too bad. know, like we are here. We can go left or right, and I just pick a road. I try not to look back. So if this ended up in like a major failure,
Mm-hmm.
once we get to the point,
Gas for this.
the nurse would have been just like, "Ah, crap, someone moved it recently, or some dumb stuff."
Where did someone move my butane? Um,
How many butane up here?
You need this too, right?
No,
Oh, you just put the old filter back in?
yeah, we can't use that once you go with the Type S pump.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know where the butane is. Here's a cap that also. I'll keep looking. Do you want to ask Nate to get the butane? We can just talk to the viewers.
No, I don't want to add to him. I can do it without. I'm just trying. I'm being like double perfect with the wires.
Okay. I'll keep looking. I'll keep my eye out.
Yeah, it's not 100%.
It's a tall bottle about this big, blue.
It's pretty big. Okay.
You know, it's like a brake cleaner.
You filled it, right? Recently?
It was filled once.
Oh, okay. So you don't have it for a while now.
I haven't used it that much.
Mm-hmm.
Today's the first time I actually like used it for a long time.
Ah, there it is. So that no biggie. That's good.
Okay. So, what the hell are we talking about before you interrupt?
Oh, your sentiment about
Yeah,
failure and money and
There's you know, like, and the Christian shit is like, I don't care about money. I don't. Like, to me, money, I care about it in the sense that I know I have to pay my bills. I know I gotta buy food, but I'm not a money hound or money fiend. But all kidding aside, there's been a lot of money put into this, right?
what's the budget for this?
I didn't have a budget, dude. I mean, I did. I didn't want to go above a certain number. I didn't go above that number, so I'm very happy. A lot of it's, you know, just you guys help me out. Let me see if anybody else commented.
Yeah, but that's a small portion of this budget, so yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Hans. Yeah, he's better than most shops, and the thing is, like, a lot of shops, they have, they can't work the way Nathan does. And I'm sure that if Hans was saying that, like, he agrees with me about Nathan and that he needs to get his own shop and run his own shop. But Nathan has a luxury. He works on, like, what, 4 cars a year?
Yeah, about, yeah.
You know,
But he's always working on the cars at home.
he's always, yeah, you know.
Plus, you know, we're talking about just a few months. He's been,
So I don't want to be unfair to a shop and say Nathan's better than a shop.
he was in school before that too.
Nathan's not running a shop with, you know, 12 bays and 24 cars waiting in line to get the work done. So it's a little bit of unfair comparison, I think, but still, it's when it comes to the character, and that's what I'm looking for, folks. His character, his ability to dedicate himself to a certain thing, it's like no one else. Just like no one else, dude. And that's what I like about your son. Jose, there's this hose here, and I don't know what it's for.
Oh, we pulled it out because me and Nathan are working out on the rerouting the aftercooler system.
Are you going to reroute it?
We have to because the hoses out where there before don't match the setup we have now. So you can continue installing.
Can I
it.
put the throttle body on?
Let's do this. Hook this up and leave it locked like that. Just put the clamp on it. That's it.
Okay.
We reuse this to make a better location for the reservoir.
Okay. Cool. There's 4 people watching. So there's 4 of you here. I'm gonna give you guys a quick update. We didn't get back online at 1:30, right? We said we would. I think it was very optimistic, but we wanted to go back and check everything, and we mean like literally like not tearing the whole engine apart, but Jose had an idea that we weren't starting because of
The valve lashing.
the valve lashing. We didn't do anything with the valve lashing. And Nathan said, "Oh, you got to do your valve lashing when it's hot," which he's right. We probably should redo it when it's hot, right? We should probably just verify it.
Yeah, well, just what happened, just like it happened, what was expected. I mean, these cams, these little, what do you call it? These valves are custom made for this car, and it appears that the front cams did not need any valve lashing. We still did it anyway, just to check everything, but they came out literally 99% accurate to where they needed to be. But when we went and checked the exhaust cams, literally there was no so once we discovered that, it was an easy correction, time consuming, but it was easy as far as the tools needed, just a screwdriver and a lashing tool and a
Feeler gauges.
a filler gauges and a wrench. So in any case, so yeah, that's what threw us for a loop. Had this been OEM cams, we would have started the car right away because there's nothing else other than that we had to deal with. Tune was fine, the injectors were fine, the injection was fine, ignition,
Sensors were good.
sensors were good. So we still went over everything just to make sure, but fuel was fine. So literally it was just that. It was the cam, exhaust cam lashing was off because of the new valves that we received appeared to be longer than the OEM valves. So not appeared, but they are, I should say.
Yeah, they're actually they're not long. I don't know.
They're longer. That's why they did what they did.
They are
The shaft is longer. They're wider as well.
0.015 millimeters longer. And we don't have to really get to details.
Oh yeah.
No one's gonna remember that.
Yeah, but they're longer.
I'll document. They're longer.
Yeah.
By just less than a hair or
Right.
a hair or whatever, and that's the difference.
Right. So writing on that point that we're trying to make is we originally Nathan originally had planned to do the valve lashing after the cams have been ran and there was some they were seated properly and it just wore out a little bit. And the car was warm. Then do the lashing at that point. But so now that's done. The car's warm and idle for. Did we turn it on yet or?
You need to sound more excited about that.
Yeah.
The car started.
The car started.
We did the first start.
And then that's right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just all over the place. So,
The car runs.
sorry, I've been drinking too, so I'm a little. So in any case, the car started, is running good now, and so the warm lashing still needs to be done later, but everything is good now in that sense. So.
Yeah, so we are going to start the car again. We found. I really want to give thanks to Jeff, man. If anyone of you guys, I know we don't mention names and stuff and whatever, but this car has always been tuned by Jeff Evans at Evans Performance Academy. Whether it was the first tune or just what was the other thing? Just adjustments before track day. Ow! Almost. So let me go here, and people can see me. There we go. So I'm just putting a towel by back on. So when we figured that we should probably reach out to a tuner, I emailed Jeff. And we're not on first name basis, really. It's just I've had a good business experience with him, and I pay him his fee, and so this is not anything like I'm being paid to tell you guys this, but I want to thank him because we emailed him, and within I'd say an hour or less than an hour, he emailed back and said try this. and he sent me a tune, something that I can start the car because the injectors are different. They're bigger. There are a few things that are definitely different with it. To the point where like we should probably have a tuner look at this. And maybe that's poor planning on my part. I should have like told him, hey, we're gonna start a car on this day or this weekend. I should probably do that. I might hop on the 1900 form. Oh, are you looking at the comments, Jose?
No, sir. I was answering my wife.
Okay. Yeah, answer your wife. But Alex Nugent, I might hop on a 1900 from Merck. Yeah, man, you should. It's a beautiful blower. It looks massive compared to the 1320. And it's crazy. The 1320 looked massive. I mean, like twice the size of a Jackson Racing or a CT blower. I thought it would just be longer, but it's bigger. Stock block and head, though, I'm not budgie like Orange Rocket. LOL. Bougie. Dude, this takes a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just taking advantage of the opportunity that I have in front of me today. But yeah, I don't blame anyone who says, "Hey, this is a lot." But
Yeah, most people take a month to do this or more.
yeah, Daxter, the Harrows come in black. Yeah, the Harrows come in black and silver. I have my old one here. If you've been following along, when did you start getting the Harrows in black?
The issue with the black now is not very clear for me to say, oh yeah, I think you're in black. It's based on the stock available by the company. If they have black, I'll get black. But I'm working something out to see if we can always have black. But so far it's going to be
This is your last
hefty.
black one, huh?
It's going to be a hefty charge for black, and so
I got lucky.
if people want to wait or pay more, then I'll deal with that accordingly. But
So black is longer wait and paying more.
because they have to send it to another place to get them painted.
Got it.
So working that out, but anyway, yeah, it's available. And working on it being more permanent without the extra cost.
Is it a nicer look?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what you have. Because some cars do dress up in silver really nicely.
I'll be honest with you, I thought the silver looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't all that obsessed with getting a black Arrow.
They're both beautiful.
They're both really nice. It's an item that as soon as you open your engine, it's like, oh wow. It's a front piece.
Yeah.
And I don't talk shit about turbos, but that's the thing.
Where's the Dakota box?
Dakota box.
The packaging. I'm looking for the instructions for the wire fit sensor.
The box for the Dakota box.
Yeah.
You had it.
No, I didn't open it. I handed it here. I need to figure out the sensor.
This is for the fan. It's a small white box.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll tell you.
Rectangular. Yeah.
Rectangular.
I found it. It was the back.
You looking for the instruction for this thing? For how to do this?
No, I have them here. I found them.
But you want the instruction for how to wire this? Because those instructions will tell you everything about the Dakota box.
Oh, right. I just need to know which ones are receiving the. Oh, yeah. If you have those for this car, yeah.
I'll tell you, I have a picture.
I got you. Yeah. Yeah. I want to know which one is the sensor that goes to where. Should I say the signal? Let's see.
Yeah, you want to know which.
The speed input signal. I found it. So that's supposed to be.
Let me open my Instagram chat because that's where I had it.
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be the one that says input.
Yeah, the other. Here we go. Picture.
Ah, beautiful. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So we're gonna start the car again. Nathan should how long? I don't know. Nathan should be back in like
It's half-hour drive one way.
Nathan should be back in like a half hour. No, like a 45 minutes probably. But we can start it without him.
Yeah.
I probably don't want to. I don't know. Yeah,
I could have him. Yeah, he's good. He said.
we could start it without him.
Yeah, he's fine because we already went through the testing. He's happy. The one thing, yeah, no, he wanted you to do was the throttle body. You just finished it. So
Yeah, finish the throttle body. Okay, so I got a couple things here. The hair ups come back. Oh, sold. LOL. My engine bay is black and stainless. Okay, Daxter. Okay, I got no problem waiting. Daxter said he's got no problem waiting. I bought the 1320 kit when it was still pre-production. So you got some people that have no problem waiting. Daxter,
if you already paid and already on process, I cannot switch it. It's already either at home or coming already on the.
Let me ask. He said he bought the 1320 was when it was pre-production. You listening?
I'm listening. Yeah. So what?
Is the
Is that
1320
question?
is the 1320 is no longer pre-production for you?
Everything is production now.
And he bought his when it was pre-production. Whatever.
Yeah. What's the question? I'm sorry.
He's whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Hey, you're back. What was the issue? Oh, the issue. Oh yeah. Oh, Mikey. I'll go over it again. We should probably talk about it. We're gonna talk about it a couple times. The Ferrea exhaust valves were not lashed correctly. We didn't touch the lashing because I thought about it this morning. I'm gonna be very real with everybody here. Bring this down. The people can see your butt.
Hey.
We are exhausted. We are like beyond exhausted. This is the kind of stuff you set aside a full week or two to do. What else? So there were plenty of mistakes made. We made mistakes with the transmission. We put the gear in the wrong place, but we figured this stuff out before everything went inside the car. The valve, this morning when I drove to the parts store to buy a radiator, I thought about the valve lashing. I said, wait a minute, like we have not touched the valve lashing. And I had information about valve lashing from Ferrea. When I reached out to Ferrea to find out what the exact valves that I needed were, they told me that there is a less of a hair of whatever difference between the length of the valve. So basically, my valves will fit an ILX, they'll fit an S2000 even. It's just you have to adjust your valve lashing, and we didn't. So the intake side, they were nearly perfect. They were like. We checked them anyways. Nathan checked at each one of them. You looked over him while he did it, but the exhaust side, they were tight. The rockers couldn't move. They were like, you turn the engine and they were just stock solid. So we had no compression. We had ignition. We had fuel, but no compression. And I'm gonna give props to Jose. Props. Oh, sorry. For saying like, hey, I had this issue before. Let's just do it. And this is where we're not mechanics. Maybe Nathan's a mechanic.
We all are in a sense,
but without.
We're dealing with things that are not.
But I honestly,
everyday thing.
If you gave this to a mechanic, they'd be like,
same thing.
Yo, get out. Like it's kind of like if you have a supercharger setup or a turbo setup and you go to AutoZone and you ask them for something that's specific to your build, they have no idea what you're talking about. It's like the same thing with the mechanics. Mechanics have issues installing some of your aftercooler stuff.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna stop talking about
I know a Master Max that cannot install a water pump.
yeah. I'm gonna stop talking about that. But the exhaust valves have to be relashed. And that's it. I thought about it this morning. I thought about it, on the drive here, and I'm like, I gotta talk to the guys about the valve lashing. Then I got home and I'm like, forgot about it because I'm running on a few hours of sleep. I'm the kind of person that like I have a schedule. I go to sleep at a certain time or around a certain time. Let's say by 11 o'clock I'm in bed. Lately, the earliest I went to bed was
2:40 p.m.
it was 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, the one day was 2:40.
So yeah, it was the valve lashing. So now the only remaining problem is that for some reason the air AF sensor, the primary O2 sensor, is busted. The car starts, it runs, it's just not registering AFR. So are we gonna wait till Nathan gets back to start it?
We said no.
No, we're gonna start it. The car idles. It idles pretty good actually for not having an AF sensor reading. So
you're talking about the O2 sensor? Or no, I don't think I heard that.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about now.
Okay.
The car idles pretty damn good. We got a ton of questions coming up. So I'm gonna follow up with the questions here.
Don't mind me, guys. I'm just installing a speed sensor.
Yeah, we'll talk about what Jose is doing next. He was just trying to explain he had no Dax, whatever. He had no Jose, come here.
Yeah.
So remember we were confused about the whole waiting and pre-production thing?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. So Daxter said, I was trying to explain I had no problem waiting for the 1320 to come out when it was still in pre-production. So I have no problem waiting for a black Harrow because I know it's worth the wait.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
That's what I was trying to explain to you.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's a full answer now. Yeah.
No, I think I got it. We're good, man. If you want it, I think it's definitely worth it. Are you gonna go 1900? You might as well. Mikey, yeah, most definitely. You guys are building so far. You guys are building so fast right now. It's crazy. It would take me 3 weeks. My clutch job took me about 10 hours, which I was by myself, and I had my 2-year-old running around in my car.
Wow.
No, Daxter, no need to apologize. I think that's just you realize how tired we are, and it's trying to do this stuff live is crazy. Yeah, the clutch. Honestly, 10 hours is not too bad for a clutch. In this car,
especially if you've done it if it's the first time.
If it's your first time, definitely not. I thought it was easier to pull the whole engine and transmission out. I know it sounds nuts. But it just comes out way too easy.
Yeah, the only extras are disconnecting the AC condenser compressor from the engine, which and there's plenty of space underneath there to have it sit.
Yep. Because usually when I took engines out, I would disconnect the pressure line, and then I would deal with recharging the AC later.
You don't have to do that anymore.
But you don't have to do that anymore. It's completely out of the way. And that actually, I don't know if it's this car or the fact that that's how Nathan chose to do it. So I kind of learned something new. Along the way, I'm using the wrong one.
Yeah, I think William, from working at a dealer, he learned so many tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
And the training and so on that now that's all helping us, so we work with him.
I need a 12.
And I found a 12.
All right, we're wired up.
So what are you working on, Jose? You want to tell the
I'm
people?
going to tape it a little bit, huh?
Can you tell them what we were working on?
Oh, So yeah, I'm working on his speed sensor box or speed controller box. Hopefully, I'm saying this right. What this does, it's allowing his car to read to adjust for the proper signal that's being read by the OEM speed sensor in the transmission. Where am I getting at? He upgraded his gears, and the tooth count is different. With the tooth count being different, now the sensor will have the same count, and there's no way to adjust it on Flash Pro. So you need a box. I don't know if that shows in there. Yeah, you need a Dakota digital
sorry.
box. That's okay. The Dakota digital box.
Keep going.
Yeah, to then allow you to convert a signal coming out with the wrong tooth, and with this box you can it can decrease or increase that pulse to match what the OEM ECU is expecting with Flash Pro. It's very simple. To 4 wires, power positive to any ignition source, such as the ignition accessory. That's what you decided to use. Ground obviously goes to any ground panel in the car. And then the other 2 wires is a speed sensor green cable from the OEM speed sensor. And from there, you route that output from that sensor into the box. Out of the box, then you go back to the green wire that you spliced that goes into the ECU. And then here is a little LCD display that you can increase and set that pulse with that modulation and so on. So very basic, very simple, but scary for those that have never done any electronics. I recommend using high quality wire and taking your time so everything is nice and solid. It doesn't come off.
What kind of wire did you buy at Home Depot?
I decided to use something that's used for signaling wire. That's a shielded wire.
Yeah.
It has an aluminum inside the wire. It's an aluminum shield.
Mm-hmm.
And since we're running out,
it's got some fibering in there too, so
yeah, it's got
it's not just a rubber shield, some fiber. It's like almost like Cat5 cable.
Yeah, so it's got a grounding cable and everything else. So I'm not going that far, but I'm taking advantage of the protective shield of it, and just to eliminate the possibility of any noise, electronic noise, from being a problem with the longer wire that we're using to use this box. So other than that, 16 gauge wire, and she's good to go. So
yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah, so it's pretty straightforward. So
I'm gonna do a detailed write up about that.
Yeah.
Later or video. I don't know.
That can be very confusing.
It's confusing, but it's really very simple.
Yeah, it's simple confusing.
Whatever. Well, I'm amazed at how simple that really actually is.
Mm-hmm. Even I was like, I don't want to do that. Then Nathan is like, yeah, it's really easy.
It's like how you didn't
Where's
want
that tape? The black tape.
It's like how you didn't want to remove the
They all got it. Yeah, the oil.
the oil cooler. Can you talk to them about the oil cooler?
No, I don't want to. You can tell them.
No, I don't want to talk about it. I'll talk about the oil cooler. I think we're gonna give it 5 more minutes and then maybe we start it, dude.
Yeah, I'll be out of your way too, which is nice.
What do you mean out of my way?
Oh, doing this wires.
All right. My drink has a bunch of stuff from when Nathan was doing something on there.
Say vitamins.
I'm getting a phone call. I'll be back. Talk to the people.
All right. So as I'm doing this wiring here, I kind of see you guys, but
That's what I mean.
no.
Talking to the people. Yeah. I should have put you in perspective there.
No, that's fine.
So we'll start the car in about 5 minutes. Is that enough time for you?
I'm done. Yeah.
Oh. Cool. Ready? All right, who's ready? Who's ready for this? So Daxter is going to upgrade to the 1900.
Yes. Did he do that already? Or?
Mikey, the after cooler, I use it's hard to bleed the air out of it and after install it.
Nope.
No, the after cooler, I use the Honda coolant, and then I would say 75% coolant and 25% distilled water.
That's great.
That's a good mix. That's what I found last time. It was very efficient on the track.
And the further south that you are, the better. The less coolant you gotta use.
Yeah, so if you're close, if up north where it snows, might want to throw some. See, Daxter knows what he's talking about. Thanks, Dax. Don't need to worry about him. All right, so I think this is a fair view. Is Nathan back?
No.
I hear a performance car, and I think it's your car.
Yeah, it sounds too bubbly. It sounds like a V8.
Yeah, that sounds.
Yeah. Too
All right.
bubbly.
Okay. I'm just gonna make sure that like no sensors unplugged, or the speed sensor, tools, like maybe a shim on the valve cover.
Clear.
I'm gonna put the speed sensor in so we don't move anywhere. Cool, that's in. Sensors. What are you doing? You blowing the trumpet? All right. So, who's ready to start the car? Let me see. I'm trying to be like super excited. I am. Man, but I think my tiredness is showing. It's like, oh, it's showing. Daxter's in Florida. My battery, I have a.
Should we do a video of the thing?
It doesn't
The
reach.
cable doesn't reach.
But the
I can
battery.
hold it.
Yeah, let's try to do that. Let's do it quick. I'll just take it off of this here. Again, this is Messy Guy's garage. So, you want to bring the microphone too? Oh, yeah, we just need to follow. My battery is here.
We might have to do autofocus.
AF.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if that helps. So battery's here. That's actually. We're not putting the intake on yet. Here's a close up of the blower. The after cooler is not routed yet. Where these guys are going to do something with the location of the bottom.
Okay, you can get closer now.
There we go. So you guys are going to do something with the location of this.
Yeah, we're relocating that, making sure because that's for the old setup with the OEM battery and all that. So
That can go anywhere now.
mm-hmm.
It can go a little bit further.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Do a front view, like from the center. Yeah.
K2 adapter. Here's the after cooler. It's almost it's as high as
Heat exchanger. Go down.
heat exchanger. Sorry.
It's kind of darkish, but yeah.
It's dark. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the Merc Racing logo on it. That took you how long? Just to put that on from the car. Going over to the front. The big blower. Fuel return is new. All this stuff is new. I do it. Remember last year I was like, I don't want to do fuel return.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I went a very limited stuff, but I got the bug again for
Power.
racing stuff.
Yeah.
You guys knew that was gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
I mounted my.
I wonder if you want to grab the flashlight, maybe. It's over there in that picture table.
Flashlight's coming. It flickers because it's LED. So
Oh really? Oh.
let me see if my cell phone flashlight's better for that. Because the problem is light. Nah, that's not a good light.
No, yeah, we just got the wrong exposure in it.
See how it flickers?
Mm-hmm. Is it possible to pause it and then do the ISO
If
to
I
be
do
higher?
this, hold on, if I do this, there you go. That's the only way I know how to adjust.
Hey, no, it works. That's perfect.
So the battery. Let's go back to the afterglass to dark spot.
Now we'll do autofocus. The other way.
Whatever. It's people get it.
Mm-hmm. The battery was relocated to the front corner of the car, but it was small. He just swapped it from a big battery to a small battery. Mine is messier, but I'm not even building anything. Thinking of a bigger reservoir, not at the moment, maybe later.
Maybe later.
Yeah, okay, with Acuity minus the rear.
Okay.
And thanks, guys. Love the views of everything.
A big break.
It helps.
Never really took
Then go ahead.
never took
Oh, yeah, the brakes.
massive.
Mm-hmm.
Those are fun.
Yeah, for the hoses, he went with dash 8 for feed and dash 6 for return.
Yeah, it's just a short run to the OEM line, really.
Am I still tied up? There we go.
There you go. All right, we're gonna start. Time to start the car. I have to learn how to use autofocus when in video mode here.
Yeah. I have it on. I don't know why it turned off again. So it's weird.
Keys are in the car. Oh man,
What?
the trunk light was on. I'm gonna leave a gas cap under the garage door because it gets cold up here. Ready?
It's a little loud. But very mild. It's very mild.
Well, it's louder because we're in here too.
Mhm.
It's just like the car sounds different.
So what are people saying? Let's see.
What are the people saying?
Nice, dude is going to go crazy with the 1900. Hell yeah, going to love it. Now I just need that dual throttle body. Sounds good.
Join me over here, dude.
Hmm?
Join me over here.
Okay, that's nice.
We're gonna stop the live in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
9 minutes. We're gonna get off because we're tired. We still got some work to do. But
Just a little.
I wanted to thank everyone who was a part of it. Daxter, Mikey, Matthew Fuller, Yadiel from Puerto Rico. I don't know your last name, but you're my boy. Hans, dude. You're not gonna forget about Hans. Every time
He's
said-
literally been with us.
every time he said, "Well, you know, the 1320 is too small of a blower to go for, with this build." Yeah, you're the reason for a lot of this.
Thanks for all the other research that he did
Man,
as well.
yeah, dude. Like just you building your transmission first, and us learning about your speedometer thing. I'm sure that was a pain in the neck for you, but like I was prepared because your testing. I got the 8th gen crank pulling because you tested it. So and all the people who wanted to help, who didn't in the end didn't have to. Jeff from Backyard Performance. We almost needed to drive to your place to get a synchro. Who else was out there trying to help?
Dale promptly responded to us.
Yeah,
and we
Dale.
asked questions as well.
Yeah, Dell helped us avoid a trip to Queens.
From Gear Driven. Yeah.
Dell, he's from Gear Driven. So thank you. Your experience was helpful, and I'm glad that you know about him. And there's a big community behind all this stuff, and it's.
Tony. He
Tony.
helped us validate the crank. The head studs. We could have found it, but he just quick resource, man. Just always there.
Yeah, dude. Like we did find it, but like we knew we could reach out to Tony. And when I bought these studs, again, I'm getting back in the hobby. I didn't know about Inline Pro. It was really helpful to have the reassurance from Tony because he runs 10 seconds,
Right.
and he's using them. And also, what else? When we said, "Oh, let's text him," who do we ask? I was like, "Yo, let's ask Tony because he runs these." So the torque specs on aftermarket head bolts are not the same as OEM head bolts.
Nope.
So I always feel like I do my research, and in the end, it's just like crap. I didn't bother to look that up. So that's where my community helps me out. My friendships, people on the forum, people on Facebook. Thank you to everyone. Dude, thanks for telling me to do this live.
Yeah.
I was like, no, this is
It's worth it. It's worth it.
know this is for me, man. What if the thing blows up? It's gonna be on videotape.
I had no fear, man. We were doing the right thing, and I know you deserve it. The people out there deserve that are watching and expecting this.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that everybody's enjoying it as well. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. I have a ton of recording from the funny stuff, the grueling stuff, the stuff that was funny to you but not me, and vice versa, and some technical stuff. I learned so much in the last couple days, dude. Like just when you think you know a lot about cars and stuff like that, I just learned a shit ton.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna share that information with everyone, and slowly, because
There's a lot of, yeah.
I'm not gonna put it in a 5-hour video.
Mm-hmm,
'Cause
mm-hmm.
I could. I just, but here's all the shit.
Yeah.
You watch what you want.
Mhm.
All right, bros. And sisters, thank you. We'll see you on the next one. Not yet. Still live. We're not. We're done.